Hi, my name is Zoe Reyna, and this is my Principles of Design presentation. There are 6 principles of design: emphasis, contrast, balance, movement, rhythm, and unity. The first one that I'm going to be going over is emphasis. Emphasis in graphic design is a certain aspect of a design that stands out. It is used in different ways, like contrast of color, positioning of an object, size of an object, and shape of an object, possibly like contrasting shapes. Emphasis makes the aspect of a design stick out, whether it be like a sore thumb in a bad way or in a positive way by helping the design. It depends on the use. It helps to direct the eye towards that point first, creating more importance over what is being displayed. So some examples. This one is a dark black circle amidst a sea of different hues of gray circles, and this small triangle in the center of these different dark red squares. Next, contrast is used when different elements, are used in a design, typically seen in value and color. Contrast in colors, like the previous example in emphasis, pairs two colors from different sides of the spectrum and makes them either contrast each other in a way that they both stand out, like for instance, red and purple, they complement each other, whereas red with like green, they kind of contrast each other. An example of contrast is the Google Chrome icon, which is here. It uses the primary colors red, blue, and green, and also adds in yellow. And it creates a sort of wheel of color. There's another example next to it, a monochromic version of it, where you could see the red value is a lot darker than the green and the blue and the yellow. Next is balance. Balance is what makes the design feel comfortable with how it's displayed. There are 3 different types of balance: symmetrical, asymmetrical, and radial. Symmetrical is when it's split and 2 sides of a design are compared next to each other and bear similarities to one another, whereas asymmetrical is the opposite. Radial has a design is an element has all elements radiate from the center of the design. Examples of that would be the circle right here that has the different designs and lengths of lines circle and kind of radiate around it. And an example of symmetrical design would be the Starbucks logo right here, which if you were to split it in half, you could see that it would most likely be perfectly identical to the other side. Next is movement. Movement is the principle that is used to lead the viewer's eyes towards a specific direction. This may be through position of objects, placement, and use of shapes, along with other forms to create a flow that the eyes follow. It can be subtle and almost instinctive to follow the movement of the design into the direction that the eyes want to follow. Example would be this Rocky poster that is what appears to be a man laying on the floor, but the way it's drawn and the shapes that are used create steps going up the body or down the body, and seeing a man that's running away. And it leads the eyes into the direction to see that he is running away. Rhythm. Rhythm is repetition in the design. It's consistency of an idea or pattern. Rhythm can be used in designing packaging, / merchandise for the brand that all complement each other with elements in the design and patterns. So examples would be these 2 rows of limes or lemons, the top, and oranges, whichever one you see. Um, the top row is limes and oranges, like green and orange, and the second row is this blue lemon slice and this yellow one. So it's a pattern that keeps repeating and makes the viewer think, okay, the one after this is going to be a blue and yellow pattern. And this is another example, which is Mimigram. That brand used their packaging to sort of look alike with each other, so that you'd know once you see it that this is the package or this is the brand. That's just by looking at the packaging. And last is unity. It's the combination of the 6 principles of the design. It's important to know when compiling these different principles into a design that they complement one another, whether they are contrasting or sharing similarity, so that the design is clustered. An example is this design right here that shares symmetry. It also shares radiant, and color contrast with the blue and the orange, the green and the reddish hot pink. Those, if you see a color wheel, they're contrasting one another on it. And that concludes my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.